Well. Everybody's been speaking on George Pickens coming to the Dallas Cowboys. And I would be remiss if I didn't cover the fact that Michael Irvin spoke on George Pickens coming to the Cowboys. And who else understands the ramifications of George Pickens coming to the Cowboys better than Michael Irvin, because he understands what happened when Alvin Harper came to the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s. Yeah, it led to Super Bowls. And so now Michael Irvin is going to tell us the ramifications of one George Pickens joining CeeDee Lamb. Every Dallas Cowboy fan needs to hear what Michael Irvin has to say about George Pickens. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, don't forget at the end to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And if you haven't become a channel member already, please do. We have a lot of great things coming in the future. Now let's talk facts. George Pickens. George Pickens was an incredible addition to the Dallas Cowboys. And I've been talking about this all week, and so have some others. But I don't think there is anybody who can tell us how important this is and how powerful and pivotal of a move this is than one Michael Irvin. Well, he is the playmaker. He is the one that rejuvenated the number 88 in the 90s. And so here is Michael Irvin telling us about George Pickens. Now, I'm not going to play his entire video. We're not going to react to the entire video. What I would like for you to do is go to Michael Irvin's channel and subscribe, and you watch the rest of the video after you hear what I have to say about what I deem as three of the most important points. But nevertheless, let's deal with the first issue that Michael Irvin talked about. Why he thinks that George Pickens, or the Cowboys getting George Pickens, is better than them getting a wide receiver in the draft. Let's roll it.
And they did. And I'm telling y'all, this is great. Let me tell you, because even the Matthew Goldens and the other kids they had in the draft, they're good players, but there were a lot of duplications with CeeDee Lamb, size-wise. They're about his size, about his build, maybe a little different game, but played a lot of similar things. We got a man that knows how to roam better than anybody in the dome, in the middle of the field, and control the whole game. He's our Tyreek Hill, and that's CeeDee Lamb. He's the best at it. We don't need to go looking for somebody else. He's the best at it. And what I wanted and what we got was somebody to complement this.
See, this is powerful what he said. See, now this makes this draft make even more sense. Because so many people were upset that the Cowboys, after Ted McMillan wasn't there, why didn't they go get Matthew Golden? Why didn't they get a Mecca? Why didn't they get Luther Burden? Why didn't they trade up? Why didn't they get this receiver? Why didn't they get that receiver? Well, the Cowboys were already trying to pull off the George Pickens trade. But the Cowboys were not willing to give up the draft capital in this year's draft. So what they did was they waited the Pittsburgh Steelers out, because they knew the Pittsburgh Steelers pretty much wanted to let go of George Pickens. So the Cowboys did what they did, and then they circled the block and they came back and got George Pickens. And so this is a pivotal move, and George Pickens is better than any receiver the Cowboys could have got in the draft. Now the issue becomes, we don't know the long-term ramifications, because we already know what Dak Prescott does with these wide receivers, and and a couple of them haven't even been as talented as one George Pickens. But Dak Prescott gets these wide receivers paid. And so I got a feeling that George Pickens is going to be commanding some money on the open market when it's all said and done after this season, because I believe that him, CeeDee Lamb, I believe him, CeeDee Lamb, and the rest of this crew, they're going to absolutely ball out. But now let me tell you, or let Michael Irvin tell you, why CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are going to work so well together. Let's roll it.
Since there are different types of receivers, they complement and they won't complain. compliment instead of complain it. I know it's not a word, but I just want to do it that way just to understand. Because now we have a set understanding. Harper and I worked well together because we had a certain understanding. Hart was a high jumper and could run. And he wanted to go and get that football. I can't say let's run. I can still jump though, I can get up. But so I have no problem. All 8 routes, action eights are routes. That's the deep post, action 8. Or bang 8, that's my route. Bang 8, that's on my 4 or 5 side foot. I'm gonna hit a slant route. It's a deep slant route. I'm gonna run into the safety, bang bang, as opposed to a slant route where I'm gonna run it. I will run into the linebacker, bang bang. But it's all bang bang. Action 8s, deep post, over the top post, those Alvin Harpers. We had a distinct understanding, and we did what we did, that we were different. I wasn't trying to be Alvin. Alvin wasn't trying to be me, and he made it work. That's what I see here with the George Pickens. See, George Pickens ain't trying to be CeeDee. CeeDee can't be George Pickens. That's what makes this work.
Powerful. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Exactly. The Dallas Cowboys did something that is very, very unique. They went out and found a wide receiver, exactly how Michael Irvin is talking about. CeeDee Lamb is your yards after the catch wide receiver. Michael Irvin is explaining it way better than I can. I'm just going to put it in layman terms. CeeDee Lamb eats up the inside of the field. Now, he's not Michael Irvin with these slants now. I know Michael Irvin, he's not saying that, but again, he eats up the inside of the field. CeeDee Lamb, he can play inside, he can play outside, he can do the slants, he can do some of the seam stuff. You can scheme him open in various places on the field. He'll catch that ball, and again, let me tell you, he's very tough, but he's also very slippery. If you don't wrap CeeDee Lamb up, he'll get away from you. And so CeeDee Lamb just eats up the inside of the field. But if you look at George Pickens is similar to Alvin Harper. He eats up the boundaries. If you look at the film, that's kind of where they played him. He eats up the boundaries. He eats up the outside. He eats up the deep post. I mean, really on him it's more of the deep, I would say the deep fly routes, but he eats up the deep parts of the field. And this is what I was talking about when they first got him. I said, man, he is going to be their chunk yardage wide receiver. I said this. He will be the chunk yardage wide receiver. And that's exactly what Alvin Harper was for the Dallas Cowboys. And that is the very reason why him and Michael Irvin, man, they fit together so well. I wish Alvin Harper would have stayed with the Cowboys. But again, what wound up happening to Alvin Harper may be the same thing that happens to George Pickens. Let's hear the last issue from Michael Irvin, and I'm going to tell you the issue. Let's roll it.
He can masterfully control the whole year. You know what I mean? George Pickens got 63, his best year for 1,500. Y'all something, I watch him on film. I'm telling you, this dude has been great. Even think about when they're as gifted as he is. While he has the talent that I've always said, God, ran a 4.45. You have air. You got a stage, brother, to put on quite a show this upcoming year. And you will get paid. Stage, brother, about to get paid. You're about to get the stage. Understanding, balance, and knows how to position yourself to make a big play. And now you're about to get paid. You're about to get the stage of a lifetime. You want to become the highest sought receiver in free agency next year? You got a stage, brother, to put on quite a show this upcoming year.
This is the problem.
You will get paid.
Yeah.
And you will change your life and the life of your family for generations to come.
This is what Ivy League universities you can get into with a 3.6 GPA.
90% is...
A wise man once said, success is a simple formula when you break it all down. Everybody will tell you every kind of way that they got to their promised land. But the reality is, there's only one way. Success is a simple formula. It's when opportunity collides with preparation, or being prepared collides with opportunity. Each of these standing separate yields you nothing. You get prepared and prepared and prepared and prepared, and never an opportunity. You got nothing. You get opportunity, 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 and opportunity, and you won't get that many in life. And you're not prepared, you get nothing. This is where success lies. George, all you have to do is commingle that formula. Get ye prepared for this opportunity. And I guarantee you will change the life for you and your family. If you can be a star with that star on the side of your helmet. Come on, come on. We're waiting for you here in Texas.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, it was a fire. It was a fire. It was a fire podcast by Michael Irvin. I'm going to play some of it today on the live stream. But man, let me tell you, nobody can say it better than Michael Irvin. But this is the problem, that it's a good problem to have, but this is the issue. George Pickens balls out, and he may not be here with the Cowboys next year. But what I'm hoping is that he balls out with Dallas, and he understands not just what it means to be a Cowboy, but be a Cowboy for life. The Cowboys after this year, and maybe even during this year, they signed George Pickens to a long-term deal, or maybe at least a 3-year deal. And we can have him and CeeDee Lamb on the same team, and we can go on this Super Bowl run in the next 3 years. I'm excited about George Pickens. This Dallas Cowboys team, I was saying it the moment they got Brian Schottenheimer. I told people they were going to move different. They've been moving different, and now people are finally saying it. They're moving different. I've been saying this. All the stuff the Cowboys have been doing, I said they were going to do things in free agency. I figured they were going to have a draft, a good draft. Didn't know they were going to have one like this. And I said they were going to go out there and get a wide receiver. They got George Pickens. They're not done. Boy, this is looking so 90-ish and Jimmy-ish. I don't know what to do. But I can tell you this, Dallas Cowboy fans, we have a reason to be excited, because this is how it began with Jimmy and Jerry. We're on our way. Y'all tell me what you think about Michael Irvin. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you later on the day. Till next time, let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Peace.